Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be comparing the reeds that I've been playing for a while now, and that's the Boston Sax Shop Black Label to their brand new Silver Label reeds. I'm really excited for this because, as you know, I love these reeds, and I really want to show you what these are all about as well. Just a quick disclaimer before I play you recordings of me on both of those reeds and then give you my final thoughts on them. For me, there are really only two main factors when considering reeds. One is the feel to the player, and to me, that is the most important thing. There's going to be people that say, we need a spectrum analysis of the reed and the waveform and the blah, 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 blah. Stop. How does the reed feel to you as the player? What I mean by feel is it hard to play? Is it easy to play? Is it easy to control? Does it get you to that sound that you have in your head more easily than another reed? And that, to me, like I said, is the most important thing. How does the reed feel to you as the player, regardless of how it sounds to anybody else? How does it feel to you? And to me, we're gonna find out. And then secondly, is the actual tone quality of the reed. Yes, reeds can affect the tone quality a lot. Certain reeds can give a darker sound just in general. Certain reeds can give a buzzier, brighter sound in general. Obviously, other factors play into that, like the player, the mouthpiece setup, the size of the reed, all those things. But I'm just gonna be comparing these two reeds back to back to show you the differences between them on the exact same setup. How am I gonna do that comparison? Well, I'm gonna play three different songs. One's gonna be a more medium up-tempo song, one's gonna be a ballad, and one's gonna be a more pop, funk, groove kind of thing. And I'm actually just gonna be trading back and forth between myself with the Black Label reeds and the Silver Label reeds. I'm not gonna do any blind comparisons or blind tests here. I just want to show you what it's like when I play the same song on the same setup on both of those reeds. And then afterwards, I'm going to talk to you about my final thoughts on which reed I like more and what I think they are best suited for. Just one more thing before I jump into the recordings. Make sure you stick around to the end because I have a really, really exciting announcement that I haven't made anywhere public before. Here we go. Let's get into the recordings. All right, there you have it. What do you think about the differences between the black label reeds and the silver label reeds? Now, I didn't get a chance to listen to those recordings yet. I just recorded them, and I'm giving you my thoughts immediately after playing them both back to back like that. There were some pretty interesting and exciting things that I noticed when I was playing, and I really hope they came through in the recordings. Remember, I'm going to be focusing on the main two elements I think are important when assessing a reed, and that's going to be the feel to the player and then the overall sound. I'm not going to be discussing the construction of the reed because it's Boston Sax Shop. It's all great. All their products are amazing. You don't have to worry about that. Consistency, once again, I use every reed in every box that I get. They're very consistent for me. They're consistent for everybody else that I know, so I'm not going to talk about that here. This is just a comparison between the black and the silver reeds. One thing I noticed right off the bat when playing both those reeds back to back is they have roughly the same feel and the same core to the way they play. I know that's not a very concrete thing to say and it's kind of vague, but you'll know it if you play them both. They both kind of feel sort of the same. You kind of feel that Boston Sax Shop thing with them. I know that's, once again, kind of weird, but you'll get it if you play them. So I felt perfectly comfortable playing both of them. Even though I've been playing the black label reeds much longer than the silver, I felt equally as comfortable playing both of them because it kind of felt like I was playing the same family of reed because, you know, I was. The one interesting difference that I did feel when I was playing is that the silver reeds kind of felt like the black label reeds, like I said, but they had more oomph to them, more kind of projection, more power to them maybe. It's kind of hard to put into words because I don't want you to think they're brighter. Now, I didn't listen to the recordings and I'm not going to edit them to make one brighter or darker. I'm just going to leave them as they are. So I'm not sure how it came across to you, but for me, playing them, it felt like the silver box reeds, I can just kind of blow through the reed more and there was even less resistance than the black label reeds. I like a lot of resistance when I play. My horn plays really bright. I tend to play really bright, but I don't want to play super bright. So I tend to darken the sound down and have that resistance. But the silver label reeds kind of, I felt like I can play through them more and play out more, but without it getting tinny or thin or bright or shrill or any of those negative sounds that usually happen with a more projection type of setup. This is the greatest thing about having these silver label reeds now alongside the black label reeds. You get the Boston Sax Shop consistency, the quality, all that stuff. You get the core sound, you get the feel, but now you can choose if you want a more projecting reed or not. And the thing is, I played both the same size reed. I use size 3, just straight up size 3 on both. And with just doing that, changing just from silver to black or black to silver, you can have a little more projection or not, depending on the situation. Speaking of situation, it all comes down to context. Depending on the context of what you're playing, the musical setting, whether it's a chamber ensemble, it's a big band, lead alto, a pop ensemble, whatever it is, you're gonna kind of change the way you play and the style and the context of what you're doing based on that overall musical context. And now you can have that great Boston Sax Shop sound in kind of 2 different flavors, if you will, and I think that's a really, really great thing. Also, I want to address one thing. Speaking of context, there's going to be some people saying, why didn't you only play a ballad unaccompanied? Why didn't you just play a scale and whole notes? Well, I think music is supposed to be in context. So I'm going to play these reeds the way somebody might play them in context, playing a swing song, playing a ballad, playing a pop type thing with a track to see how it lays. That's music to me. I'm not just going to sit here and play whole notes and tell you what I think about the reed, because that's going to be completely different than if you actually play it in context and you're thinking about melody and soloing and interacting and all those things. So just a little note about that. I absolutely love these new silver label reeds, and they're going to be competing with my black label reeds for time, and I'm really going to be going back and forth because I really, really enjoy playing them. The feel is great. Obviously, the sound is great. It's going to be a tough one for me to choose. If you want to pick up your own Boston Sax Shop silver label reeds, black label reeds, or anything else from the store, you can get everything at a 10% discount if you use code Pollack at checkout. I'd really love to know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of those recordings. Let me know if you liked one sound over the other, or if you couldn't tell a difference or something. And also let me know if you've tried either of these reeds. I'd love to hear what you have to say about them. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And now it's time to tell you about that really exciting announcement that I mentioned at the beginning. On Wednesday, July 26th, 2023, I'm going to be launching the first of a 3-part video series called the Saxophone Success Workshop. This is a completely free workshop, and it's going to be going over 3 main topics to playing saxophone. The first video is going to be all about tone, how to get a really great tone quality on the saxophone. The second one is Technique 101. What are some of the great simple exercises to increase your technique on the saxophone? I'm going to show you. And in the third video, I'm going to talk about a bunch of extra stuff, things that people ask me all the time, like altissimo, bends, scoops, vibrato, growling, all those things I'm going to dive into in the third video. Like I said, it's going to be completely free, but here's the thing, it's not going to be on YouTube or public anywhere else. It's going to be on my website, and you're going to have to sign up, once again, completely free, to access it. The link to sign up for that will be going in my next week's video, so be on the lookout for that, and I look forward to seeing you at the Saxophone Success Workshop.